Okay. Hi guys, this is Dr. Bhupesh from Dr. BKM Institute. Just talking about these two questions which I have just done. I'm just doing it purposefully to record it. So the question that we have done today is 9th and 10th for up to now. Of course, we will discuss more questions. According to the articles, the WHO have contributed to which of the following? Now, when we read the paragraph, we could see over here that WHO, with the help of WHO, amount of the blood collected has increased by 15%. So 15% increase in the blood collection, and number of countries testing the old donations have, means if somebody is having HIV or HBV, the number of countries, suppose if there were 50 countries which were screening this thing, now 70% of the countries are screening. So number of countries has increased from 50 to 70%. So there are two things. Number of countries have increased from 50 to 70. Blood collection has increased by 15%. So when you go to the options, HIV and HBV testing for 70% of the donation, no. 70% of the donations, no. 70% of the number of countries have increased, not the 70% of the donations. So elimination. This is what is known as elimination. If the words are not matching, you eliminate. 70% of number of countries, not the 70% of donations. Again, I will show you. Number of countries has increased to 70%. It's not the donations. A, eliminated. B, 20% increase in the number of countries. Yes. 70 minus 50. Yes. 20% increase in the number of countries testing blood, and in this collecting blood. So testing word is not matching with collecting. Again, elimination. Testing has increased by 20%, not the blood collection. Again, wrong. 50% increase in the amount of the blood. Total blood increase is 15%. So by chance answer has been given as C. So then it should have been 15%. So 15% increase in the amount of blood, then it would have been all right. Otherwise, this is also eliminated. Now the option left is D. HIV and HBV testing for all donations. Yes, if you will see, with the efforts of WHO, testing has increased. Testing has increased, and by how much? By 20%. No, sorry. Testing has increased in number of countries. So overall HBV. So if I have to do answer from any of these things, I will do D. If this C would have been given 15%, then I would have done C. 15%, then C, otherwise D. So first of three, this is known as elimination. Elimination, 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 this becomes your answer. Now 10th question. Author supports the private sector. Over here, it is given that this must ultimately be the responsibility of the national government. That means author supports public sector, government, not the private sector. Eliminated. Author opposes the practice of playing blood donors. It was not given. So again, I cannot say yes or no. WHO is competing with government agencies. WHO work is to persuade government and to work with the government. So WHO work is not to compete with the government. Again, eliminated. Author works for WHO, it was not given. So again, I was confused between B and C. B again is a better option because blood donors should never be paid. Because again, if they will have HIV or something, if you will pay the donors, they will give the blood because they are getting money for it. So you don't pay the. So ultimately, I did B, but it must be given somewhere in the reading. If it is given somewhere of paying the donors or not, it must be given somewhere for sure. So you have to check it out in the reading. But in the final reading, in the final exam, please understand. Yeah, here. The risk of using contaminated blood is greatest when the donors are paid. Only unpaid donors should be used. So author does not want donors to be paid. So over here line is, but in the final exam, if the question is last, it would be given in the last and it would come in the original OET exam. The question paper is like according to paragraph 1, according to paragraph. This is a reading to practice. So we are just practicing it. Otherwise it is given when the donors are paid, then the contamination of the blood is chances is more. Only unpaid donors should be used, and those who elect to become donors should be aware of their responsibility. So that is what authors want. So answer becomes 10th ka B. So this is how you do OET reading. This is known as elimination method. That means try to practice in a way where you are not trying to find the right answer. Rather, you are trying to eliminate the wrong options. This will make your reading easy. Please understand this method. Try to find the wrong option and eliminate it. It is easier method. You eliminate three options, fourth becomes your answer. This is known as elimination method. This is Dr. Bhupesh from Dr. BKM Institutes. Please subscribe our channel if you have not. Our contact number is 76967342256. Thank you.